Hey y'all, this is Billy from Perma Pastures Farm. Not going to be a long video, just want to talk about inputs here. Okay, as you can see, there's a ton of cardboard here on the ground. And what you don't see is all the cardboard that goes all the way up the hill. Right where we have this area here is the emerging food forest, and then it transitions into an orchard. There's a difference, and maybe we'll cover that in the future. But anyway, in this area, what we're doing is we're putting down a ton of cardboard, maybe not a ton, but you get the point. We're putting it down really thick, and then we're covering it up in all the areas between the trees. Now, we kind of discussed in the past what all that's for, but that's really not what this video is about. We're talking about specifically the mulch you see behind me, okay? Now, ultimately in permaculture, the goal, or the primary goal that we're trying to do is keep as many inputs right here on the property. That's what we want to do. So if we have wood chips, we want to try to source them here if we possibly can. Or you can look at it in another way, like my man Greg Judy, where if you're bringing in inputs, for example, hay, you don't necessarily want to get it from your property. You want to take that fertility from elsewhere and bring it to your property. Well, case in point today is we got cardboard. Clearly, we're not making cardboard here, and there's some debate about whether or not you should use it, but I dismiss a lot of that, and we could talk about that at a later time. But the thing I want to talk about primarily are the wood chips you see behind me, this triple ground mulch. Now, somebody would say, okay, you're bringing that from elsewhere and you're taking it into your place. Okay, that's true. But what are my options? I could either take that stuff or take all the deadfall around here, go rent a chipper or buy one as we've done in the past, spend hours and hours and hours chipping away at this stuff to get some sort of mulch, and it takes forever and a day if you got one of those little personal chippers. Now, the more industrial types, yeah, we can really put it out there, but there's a whole lot of time, effort, and cost even in that. So I'm asking myself, this mulch here, where did I get it? How did I get it? I'm not going to tell you where, because honestly, a lot of the mulch you see here wasn't paid for with money. It wasn't paid for what most people call money. It was paid for with other things. For example, the guy I got this from needed bacon. I got bacon. The guy I got it from needs honey. I got honey too. All right, UPS interrupted me, but it's all good. Anybody that's ever dealt with me knows that 9 times out of 10, I would much prefer to either barter, trade, or hey, you know what? I do you a favor. Maybe you do me a favor if you're ever in a position to help me. I would much rather do business that way than to do anything else the traditional way. I don't do anything else like anybody, so why would I do business like anybody else? So that's the cool thing about this, folks. Like I said, there may be some criticism as to whether or not you should bring these outside inputs in, but if you do, make sure or try as best you can to get to the point where you no longer need to do that, which we're in the phase of building right now. So it is going to require, to some extent, at least the way I look at permaculture, to in the initial stages to at least enlist source elements that I need here from other places. We do it all the time. But anyway, this is one of many. So folks, it's time for us to get back to it. We're going to go ahead and lay down more cardboard, and that's a story unto itself right there. Of all the things I've ever done in my life, I never once in my life thought that anybody would give me the what for taking cardboard out of a dumpster. But anyway, that's another story altogether. I guess maybe in these times where everybody feels the need to be a little bit more bossy than they ordinarily would, I guess cardboard is a hard commodity to come by these days. But anyway, smile on my face, the sun's starting to break out, and I got a t-shirt on in winter, so I'm not going to complain about too much. So folks, I hope this helps. Till next time, this is Billy, the Permaculture Pimp Daddy, where PIMP stands for permaculture is my passion, and so is bartering. We'll see you next time.